Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is Marilyn Gail. Today I am making soft oatmeal cookies, and I'm going to put raisins in them. I haven't made these in a long time, so I kind of wrote things down so I wouldn't forget an ingredient. So what I'm doing is I want to make these raisins moist. So I'm putting hot water over them, and I'm just going to set them aside. Okay, I put a cup of packed light brown sugar. I put a little less, just a little less, because I didn't want mine as sweet. But you put a cup of brown sugar in. Okay, that's... And then what I'm doing is I'm adding 3/4 cups of butter. Make sure it's soft butter. Don't melt it, but make sure it's soft. So see, trying to. Okay, and we're gonna mix that up till it's soft, and we're gonna mix that up for about a couple of minutes. I should have timed it, but when it looks right, I'll stop it. And I like this stand mixer because it keeps your hands free. But in this case, not so much, because I'm tilting the camera over, so I won't have to, you know, mess with the height and adjust it. So I'm just tipping it over. And if you use your stand mixer, make sure you use this paddle attachment. Ooh, that looks so good, doesn't it? Thank God for kitchen gadgets. Okay, that noise, guys, is the oven fan. It's hot today, so I got that on so the oven heat won't be too bad. So what I'm doing is putting 1 large egg in, and I'm going to put 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, and you know what, guys, I am going to put my vanilla bean paste. Anytime I put vanilla, I just feel like I just want to put some of that paste in. So I'm going to put just a little bit. And the paste, since it's been hot, is a different kind of, well, it's okay. It just got a little loose. So I'm going to make sure I put that paste in there. Give it a little bit of more vanilla-y flavor. Well, just a little bit more for good flavor. Good something. Put that aside. Okay, and now we're going to, I'm going to beat it again using that paddle, and I'm just going to do this for about a minute until it's everything is combined really good. Just another minute. Excuse me, I'm just trying. Okay, in another bowl, I put my dry ingredients. I put not the sugar. I already put brown sugar in it, but I put 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and an 1/8 teaspoon of fresh ground nutmeg. I did not have fresh ground nutmeg. I know it would have tasted good. However, I didn't, so I just got it, you know, in the little container. It wasn't fresh, the little round thing, and you grate it. No, didn't do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just whisk it. Make sure everything is combined. Okay, so now I'm going to put 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. Then what I'm going to do is just stir it until everything is combined. Making sure the flour and all of those spices are combined. This even smells good. The cinnamon, the nutmeg, that is such a good aroma. Flavor too. I mean, I'll put nutmeg and cinnamon, especially like on ham with my glaze or poultry with my glaze. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. And I'm going to put that in a little bit at a time. And you'll appreciate using that paddle if you have a stand mixer, opposed to the regular attachment, and you will also appreciate it if you use a stand instead of a hand mixer. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to cut that off. I want to make sure that on the sides get all worked into the batter. Let me just lift that up for a minute. Okay guys, now I'm going to put the raisins in, and what you want to do, since they were setting in that hot water and they're all plumped up, you don't want to use any kind of mixer, you know, whether it's the paddle attachment or whatever. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to just put them in there and use a spoon. So hold on. Okay, so I detached the bowl from the stand mixer, and you can use an ice cream scoop to kind of make all the cookies uniform. I do not have an ice cream scooper. That's not a thing that I even think about to buy, because I don't eat a lot of ice cream. Not, at least not ice cream that you have to scoop. So what I have is, you can use take regular your silverware tablespoon. I have this, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it a little bit heaping, and then when I smash it down, it'll be okay. So I lined a cookie sheet with the parchment paper, and I'm just going to start scooping. Oh, let me wet my fingers. What you want to do is you want to wet your two fingers so you can smush them down. And put a little distance between the cookies so they won't run together and you have one just, you know, big old cookie. I would put, let me scoop that up. I would put them like that far apart. And I'll put one more on that roll, and then I'm just going to line it up. Okay, guys, I'm just going to, my fingers are wet. To be honest with you, I put just a little bit of oil on them. Smush them down because water didn't quite get it. I put the oil, a little bit of oil in the cap, so my fingers wouldn't be drenched. And if you notice one don't have a lot of raisins, just take some off of some other cookie and share with your friends. Share with your friends. Okay, better yet, guys, and don't do the oil like me. I don't know whether it's going to be too crispy in some areas. Use the water. I just put a little oil, so if I have messed up cookies, they'll taste good, but I don't think the oil will hurt it, but go by the recipe. But anyway, I placed them about 2 inches apart. Some are kind of bigger than the other, but that's okay. They're going to go down to the same place when you eat them. But I'm going to put it in the 350-degree oven. And instead of kind of stealing from the other cookies, I just went and took a few raisins out of the bowl, and just because they look nice that way. So I'm going to put them in the oven, and I'm going to bake them 10 to 15 minutes. Now, the edges are supposed to be like a golden brown, a light golden brown, and the center's going to be, you know, a little softer. And you're going to cool the cookies for a little bit. I would say like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you're going to put it on the cooling rack, and you're going to cool them completely. So that's the recipe, and I'll let you know. I'm going to let you see how they look when they come out the oven. Very easy recipe. Okay, see how they're brown on the edges? I'm going to let them cool down a little bit more. And see, okay guys, they're going to cool off. I let them cool off for about 8 to 10 minutes. They're going to cool off for the rest of the way with this, take a smaller one. Well, anyways. Guys, you don't even know. Y'all don't even know. But now you know. These cookies are good. Make them. Like I said, I put a little less sugar than I should have, and I'm glad, because I won't have to feel too guilty. Boy, guys, these are good. These are good. Make sure you soak those raisins, okay? And don't squeeze them too tight when you're getting the water out of, you know, when you drain them. just lightly, you know, mush them. So there you go, guys. Give me a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I can't even think right. These are good. And guys, I put the rest of the dough, because I'm not going to make all of them. I put them in a container, wrap them in foil, put them in a bag, and I'll probably be making the rest of them in a month, so they're not going to stay in the freezer too long. Even the cookie dough was good, but I would never advise you to eat cookie dough. I don't. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, all my subscribers. Thank you for the new people coming in, subscribing. I appreciate that, guys. You guys just make me feel real good. That is just wonderful. I just love it when I see some more people subscribed, and it just feels good to know that, you know, people are liking your content. But I'm going to let you go, guys, so I can eat the rest of this cookie. I will see you later. Have a good night.